Folks, welcome back. Good, going again today. See if I can follow up from the previous video. Tide is coming in nicely now. Water is a bit clear. Let's see how it goes. Still a bit early. We have a couple of cars here. It looks very foul here. I'm willing to give it a couple of cars here, then perhaps move on from here, perhaps further on. Let's see how it goes. Whoa, what a fish. Whoa. Oh, what a run. What a first run. Whoa. Oh, 𝔽𝕚𝕪𝕤. Ah, yes. Oh. Whoa. Oh, dat zit away to get trapped in. Oh, what a fight on the speckle. Ah, what a lovely 𝔽𝕚𝕪𝕤. Ah, yes, please. Ah, what a lovely 𝔽𝕚𝕪𝕤. Give you guys a close up. Let's get this guy back. Let's get him back. There he is, there he goes. Just lift him up real quick. Oh, this guy's strong. There he goes. There he goes. Oh, that made it all worthwhile. Right, I'm pumped. Hope you guys enjoyed it, because I enjoyed it a lot. Alright, let's go. Not cheap fishing in areas with structure like this. It is worth it, but yeah, it is a bit expensive, but it comes with the territory. Okay guys, just a rundown of the trays that I normally use when I'm fishing spinning rods. Basically what you have here is a barrel sinker, and behind the barrel sinker I've got a bead. Now that bead is important. That is to help stop that the sinker does not damage the knot when tying the braid to the hook swivel. So you've got that gap over there, and that bead is there just to protect the knot, and that's it, as simple as that. And of course over there you've got the hook itself. But I never fish running trays, because all you have then is, especially if you're fishing areas like this where it's very rocky, you have that sinker basically almost the same length as the hook, and if a fish is attached to that, you have that sinker that's dangling loose and can get stuck. But with this like this, you have the complete length of the hook keeping the sinker up above the reefs. I hope it makes sense. So I mean, that is where the sinker is now. If this was a running trace, the sinker will basically be where the hook is, and that's when you get stuck and you lose maybe everything or something. But this is basically what I've always been using, and it works very well, especially in reefy areas. If you're in surf areas, then you can use a running trace, you know, where there's not as much obstacle, but this is the preferred way of how I like to do it. Simple but very effective, as you saw now with that fish that I brought out. Yeah, I had to make sure that I keep him away from every reef out here, because I'm fishing 30-pound braid, and these reefs can cut through it like a hot knife through butter. It just got picked up now. I'll show you the fish is still there. Oh yes, it's still there. Fish is still there. Fish is still there, guys. See what we got here. Got a small stump nose or something. Yes. Oh, white stump nose. Oh. That's welcome. How many times you guys see me catch Cape stump nose and never white stump nose? Well, there's a white stump nose for you. You guys a little close up of him. Oh, got him out. Got him out, guys. Oh. No. another little 𝔽𝕚𝕚𝕟. Oh, the first pickup was so nice. Yeah. Nice little 𝔽𝕚𝕚𝕟. Now this was the smallest 𝔽𝕚𝕚𝕟 we caught the last time we did that. I can't remember. This was that small. Oh. What a nice little 𝔽𝕚𝕚𝕟. Try and get a close up of it. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, he's barely up. Oh, there he goes. For bait, I'm using sand prawn. I'm using my salted wonderworm, and I'm using octopus leg. And as you can see, the octopus leg is very fresh because it was just harvested today. Of choice, I'm using Mustard's Demon Fine Wire circle hooks. Absolutely love them. This is 1/0, and I'm using as well a 2/0. Snoot, guys, I'm using 𝔽𝕝𝕝. This is disappearing pink. I imported this. It's not available locally. This is 20-pound. I had a spool of 30-pound as well, but that is finished. And I'm also using Maxima's ultra green. The stuff is very tough, especially when fishing here between the reefs. I prefer that for when fishing between the reefs. And the more surfy areas, I'll go with the fluorocarbon, the 𝔽𝕝𝕝. As for my sinker trace, I'm also using 𝔽𝕚𝕤, but in a lower breaking strain. An update. So I moved from that spot where I caught those two 𝔽𝕚𝕪𝕤 and stump nodes. I'm going to come have a couple of casts here as well. I'm running out of sand prawn. Might just use that octopus leg, nice and fresh. As I said, it was harvested today. And yeah, this is where we were in the previous video. Let's see how it goes here. Just too rough there at the moment. There, extremely slippery on those rocks. Must be very careful. And I don't want to be a hero. Let's just leave it like that. A little bit safer here, so let's see where it goes. So some time left. It's probably about 2-3 hours left on the slide. I've got more than enough time to catch a couple of extra fish, hopefully. Let's see how this goes. I hope you can hear me because it's very windy here. And yeah, geez, there's nobody back there. I do have my license, my permit with me. I renewed it yesterday. In case law enforcement is going to see. Remember, if you're going fishing, make sure you have your permit. Guys, I'm trying a new spot now. It's quiet on that side there. See how it goes here. Oh, it's looking lovely out here. The water's cold. The water is cold. I don't think there's a chance for cobbling this type of, but you never know. See how it goes here. Hey guys, just remember when fishing foul areas like this, always check your hook snoot. If there's any abrasion to it or any cuts or anything like that. If it's bad, then rather tie on another trace. Don't risk losing a fish, you know, just because you feel you don't have the time to do it. Just rather do it. Sinker, and I mean, I bought it this morning. It's basically brand new. And this is what the waves does it between the reefs, between the rocks there. It really bashes it up. So I mean, if it does that to lead, you know, always check your hook snoot to make sure it's not ruffled up. You know, it could cause you to lose a fish. And this is what it looked like just before I put it on prior to this. Again guys, I moved away from where I was now earlier. I was just not feeling it, that spot at all. There's literally nothing happening there. I'm not going to be wasting any more time or bait. Then it might be futile. So moving on. Let's see how the spot is here.